The Supreme Court is all set to hear the controversial issue relating to the legalization of homosexuality after a public interest litigation was filed in the Apex Court last week, challenging the Delhi High Court's historic verdict. All eyes today will be on the centre as the government will be forced to come out of the closet. The centre has at best steered clear of making a stand on the subject. Interestingly, in the Delhi High Court, the centre had argued that society was not yet ready to accept change in its traditional values and homosexuality was at best a disease. Last week, the Supreme Court had issued notices to the centre and the NGO NAS Foundation on a petition filed by an astrologer challenging the Delhi High Court's historic judgment. The court had sought a reply by the 20th of July. Meanwhile, the Law Ministry, the Health Ministry and Home Ministry have been asked by the Supreme Court to reach a consensus on the issue and decide on whether or not they favour legalization. A hornet's nest which the UPA government perhaps is not willing to stir at the moment.
No, we have taken notice of the sentiments expressed by many of them, all cross-section of the people, and that is why government is not in a haste to form its opinion and submit to Supreme Court.
And here's a quick look as to why the government is in a bind after the intervention by the Supreme Court. Well, the government will now have to take a position on an issue which had initially left entirely to the courts. Some ministers in the government feel that Article 377 involves a constitutional question and change needs Parliament ratification. What is making the government's position precarious is the fact that there are divisions along political lines within the government and the Congress party on gay sex issue. Also, any position on legalizing gay sex will have to be balanced with political sensitivities, and fearing being labelled archaic, the government does not want to be seen openly opposing gay sex.